victory. Nigerians are no longer the docile people that they used to be. So, as it happened in 2015, history will repeat itself. When they thought that everybody was docile, and they had the central bank, they opened the central bank vault, and they are wheeling out millions and billions of dollars. You can hear they gave one person 2.1 billion US dollars. In what name? In the name of buying arms. What did they do with the money? For campaign, 2.1 billion. In today's naira, that is over 40 billion. Right? Trillions. Okay. So they gave out this money in 2015 to help somebody to win election because they had the money. So if Tinubu and his APC think that because they have the central bank, they have our common money, our common heritage, our common resource in their pocket, and they want to use our own money to fight us, they will meet us. Forget about their dismissing political parties, their dismissing opposition. We are here waiting for them. When the time comes, they will know who is Northerner. They will know who are Nigerian citizens. And we are not afraid of their arrest. How many will they arrest? If people fought military, the military regime was forced to stand still. Nadeko was there, and other pro-democracy activists they there, and they fought military, and they bring democracy. Is it democratic government that we are afraid of when they are not afraid of military?
So guys, Aso Rock in panic, Aso Rock under hot seat, guys. Hey, a lot is really happening right now in Nigeria. Can Tinubu really take this? Because the Northerners, the other time we saw when the Northerners, some set of the Northerners were coming out to say that they are endorsing Tinubu for 2027. And people were like, how can the elders in the north coming out to say that they are endorsing Tinubu after some set of them still came out and said they are not supporting Tinubu? In fact, what is happening right now is that there is a lot, as a big division from the north. There is a very big division coming from the north, and the way it is now, it's like more than half, more than half of the northerners don't even want Tinubu at all, guys. As in a lot of tension they so fast they speak so for this country. About the coalition, the Tinubu administration has come out to just claim as if they are not bothered about it. On attention, people don't they say na fear Tinubu they fear. So may they forget that thing, that Tinubu is afraid. And I've heard some other persons that say that he's afraid. And also in Aline Dume, I know Aline Dume did not really come out to say that he's afraid, but Aline Dume made one vital point that really, if a government is working well, you don't need people to come to your party. So waiting will make you need people to come to your party is because you are afraid. You are afraid of losing your seat. Obviously, that is the reason why they are making sure they use their power to coerce people into coming into APC. And that is what is actually happening right now. But Nigerians are wiser than that, and Nigerians are more than that. So this 2027 election, as in it go be really war for Tinubu. Akpabio told Tinubu that in 2023 it was difficult for you, but in 2027 it's going to be easy grand for you. But sorry to burst their bubbles, because Nigerians will not sit and watch. And just like what he said in the video, that he stands on behalf of the good people of Nigeria, he stands on behalf of the Senate, he stands on behalf of every Nigerian. You cannot stand on behalf of us, because Nigerians here are hungry. So there is no way. You are speaking for yourself and your party. After all, what do they receive from this government? Nigerians are not receiving it. So Nigerians are telling them now, it no go easy for now. So guys, I beg, let me allow you to watch this reaction. Don't forget to drop your opinion on this, and also give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube can recommend it to others for them to know what is actually happening in Nigerian political landscape. Thank you very much. I do really appreciate you guys for always tuning in to watch it. So sit tight and watch.
Wow, Steve, it's my pleasure to be here. And let me say that one of the greatest problems the leaders have is when you're ensconced, surrounded, and, permit my choice of words, when you allow jesters and jokers to marinate you, to remove you from reality. Our president knows that gravitation to and towards a one-party state is against the intendments and the tenets of democracy. A true one-party state is absolutely the opposite of true democracy. And then when you allow political tendencies gravitate towards a one-party state, what you're having is dictatorship, despotism, and authoritarianism. And unfortunately, when they tell him that it means nothing, that it's okay to sweep them clean, it obviously means that those who are jesters around the president want to have an authoritarian rule over our country. But that has never happened. That can never happen. That will never happen, because Nigerians are naturally opposed to any one tendency conquering us. Our historicity is replete with instances of such. But let me say clearly here that, your question was bold and daring. I was part of the formation of the APC. I headed the presidential, one of the arms of the presidential campaign of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And you know my historicity in the APC very well. But let me be frank in answering some of the questions you threw at me. First, my politics has always been about the Nigerian people. It's country first. That's the movement I had. And when Buhari won the last election, and less than 2 years into that administration, the former Minister of Information told us that change begins with you. Whereas the campaign mantra in 2015 was change. I challenged it, and I said that wasn't what we told Nigerians. We told Nigerians that we're going to be the change. Leadership starts from the top. Mitt Romney, the former American presidential candidate, said that leadership must and should show the way. So when it became obvious that the APC was reneging on its commitment and promises to the Nigerian people, I became one of the fiercest critics of the party. And just before the 2023 elections, in 2022, I resigned from the party. I am not anxious to return to the party. I can only consider those issues when it's obvious that leadership thinks about the masses of our people rather than egocentric interests. There's so much sycophancy about what is happening. And I think that if there's any tendency that is jittery in today's Nigeria, it's the APC. Let me tell you, I'll give you 3 reasons why it's manifestly obvious that the APC is jittery, not necessarily the opposition. All they have done is to try to disorganize, defeat, disorient, and mess up the opposition. But in doing that, they actually have been the one who has been majorly jittery. It is less than 2 full years of Bola Ahmed Tinubu's presidency. And what you see is more of politics than governance. What you see is more of propaganda than leadership. And what you see, less than 2 years of his administration, is that the party is anxious to endorse a presidency that is largely uncharismatic. And I wonder why. The party is anxious to tell us that there's no vacancy, and they have foreclosed any tendency within the PDP, within the APC, asking for the presidential ticket. And you ask yourself why. It's about sycophancy. It's about unwillingness to allow for public debate and thought. It is about their unwillingness to allow for proactive opposition. Look at what is happening in the Labour Party, the PDP, and simply, Steve, it's about clearly the witch cried last night and the child dies this morning. And the president didn't hide it in his statement. He said, go sweep them clean. So he has admitted that whatever is happening in the Labour Party and the PDP are chiefly the machination of the APC. But I want to say here that what should bother this presidency is about, it should be the well-being of the masses of our people. It shouldn't be about me, myself, and I. Those who are decamping and defecting to the APC are simply feathering their own nest. And that's what it is. Let them stop whining and gaslighting the Nigerian people. And I say this advisedly. In my home state of Delta, the governor, the former governor, and several of the political leaders decamped or defected to the APC. And their reason was simply that they want to attract federal presence. And you ask yourself, Steve, how much federal presence has ballooned or Zulum of Borno State attracted? You ask yourself what is happening in Benue State that is under the APC control. You ask yourself how much Wida Lagos that is under the APC control. And then when you understand that across our nation, 21 states governed, now 22 by the PDP, how well have they delivered on the promises of democracy? And when you understand the fact that insecurity has been democratized, Nigeria is unsafe and precisely unsafer than it was under Muhammad Buhari. When you understand the fact that the colossal failure that Muhammad Buhari represented has been beatified by the Olympic failure that the present watch represents, then you worry and ask yourself, why are people defecting to the APC? And then when you also understand, Steve, that constitutionally, you cannot, as a lawmaker, take the mandate of a party to another party without resigning from the party and resigning your position. Because under our law, the mandate belongs to the political party. The Constitution was silent and the Electoral Act about the right of the state governor. But what about the lawmakers? And then some will tell you that the PDP and some of the parties are factionalized. If you read the intentions of the Constitution and the Electoral Act, there is no factionalization in PDP such that people can leave the PDP to other parties. For instance, you know, they have one chairman. The contentions are about the secretary of the party. And the party has come clear and clean about that position. So on what ground is the APC welcoming lawmakers who are defecting from the PDP? The APC has refused to uphold the Constitution. And those who denude, deceive, and work perfidy have refused to accept the fact that under our law, some of these defections to the APC are absolutely illegal and unconstitutional. And the president who swore to an oath to protect the Constitution should be the lead defender of the Constitution, and he should say to these people who are defecting, go first, resign your position, and then come join the APC. But it doesn't matter, because what we're gradually drifting to is authoritarianism. What we're gradually drifting to is despotism. And when the chairman of a party, Ganduje, said to Nigerians that they don't mind if we drift to a one-party state, and the president just a few days ago confirmed that it doesn't matter to him. He's ready to sweep the parties clean. Then you and I should be worried. But let me say, Steve, so that I allow the next question, that what is very important as we go is the fact that the political class has unwittingly created a deep divide, a deep chasm, a deep chaos on our political amphitheater, such that it is now simply a battle between the people and the political class, such that the Nigerian people will understand that it is simply all man to himself, such that the Nigerian people will understand that for the political class, it's simply about me, myself, and I. And so as we progress, Steve, it is better not to agonize, but to organize, to show to the people in power that true power belongs to the people. And I want to say clearly, Steve, that I'm happy and excited that this is happening, because ultimately, the masses of our people, the people of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, will soon show to the political class that the power of the people is stronger than that of the people in power.
Well, the North is trying to advance political unity. The North is trying to advance political inclusion. That whosoever is the president of Nigeria is the president of everybody. You are not the president for the North, you are not president for the South, you are not president for Igbo or for Yoruba or for Hausa or for Fulani, you are the president of every Nigerian citizen. That's what North want to advance, and that's what we believe in. Unlike today, with Tinubu's administration, he has proven to be anti-North, anti-poor man. And look at the budget. and go through the budget lines of the Ministry of Works, for example, you put up a project of 13 trillion naira in one place. What did you put in the entire north? Next to nothing. How do you run a country like that? And how do you want people to be happy? You see, the fact that someone lives in suspicion, someone lives in fear, it is enough to stop him from going to bed. Suspicion is enough. And look at the insecurity in the north today. The resurgence of insecurity. It is so bad. So the north is trying to bring up a coalition that can work for Nigeria. Someone will ask of Buhari, look at the Buhari's appointment. Minister of Works, from where? From the south. Governor Central Bank, from where? From the south, an Igbo man. So he distributed these things. Look at what is happening today in Tinubu's regime. We feel, and we strongly feel that he doesn't love the North, even though the North gave him 63.4% of his vote. 63.4% of Buhari's vote came from the North. How is it treated? It was very bad. But that's not the case. The case is about Nigeria. And the Arewa are coming together in collaboration with our brothers in the southeast, in the south, and the southwest are coming together to see how we can unseat him in 2027. And we are serious about this.
Nigerians are saying, by now, if you see a clearer picture of the coalition that formed in 2007, virtually all the parties are down in the clashes now. On Solo, you see that it's vibrant and alive. How do you intend to go about this?
Yes, in 2015, PDP was very vibrant. Why did their vibrancy took them? They lost. So when you think that you have decimated all other political parties and killed them, you think you are costing to victory. Nigerians are no longer the docile people that they used to be. So, as it happened in 2015, history will repeat itself. When they thought that everybody was docile, and they had the central bank, they opened the central bank vault, and they are wheeling out millions and billions of dollars. You can hear they gave one person 2.1 billion US dollars. In what name? In the name of buying arms. What did they do with the money? For campaign, 2.1 billion. In today's naira, that is over 40 billion. Right? Trillions. Okay. So, they gave out this money in 2015 to help somebody to win election because they had the money. So if Tinubu and his APC think that because they have the central bank, they have our common money, our common heritage, our common resource in their pocket, and they want to use our own money to fight us, they will meet us. Forget about their dismissing political parties, their dismissing opposition. We are here waiting for them. When the time comes, they will know who is Northerner. They will know who are Nigerian citizens. And we are not afraid of their arrest. How many will they arrest? If people fought military, the military regime was fought to stand still. Nadeko was there, and other pro-democracy activists they there, and they fought military, and they bring democracy. Is it democratic government that we are afraid of when they are not afraid of military? They don't even know what is waiting for them. Thank you.